Hi class, today our lesson is on division. It's multi-step word problems, and we're going to be using that base 10 model today. This is found in SWN 3-11. Our learning goal or objective today is I will solve multi-step word problems involving division using the dealing strategy. And when we're using the dealing strategy, that is our base 10 split up, how we dealt them out to each group. So the dealing strategy is equally distribute the total quantity among a set number of groups, fair share. The unknown is the number in each group. So we had our starting base 10, we had our circles, and then we dealt it out. The unknown was how much was in the circle. So the 8, this is our division equation. The 8 in it is our dividend, or the total amount. The 2 is the number of groups, and that's our divisor. How many are we going to divide it into? And then 4 is our quotient, or the number in each group. We have some new steps. So our first one is to read the word problem. The second step is to identify key information. And then step 3 is use the dealing strategy. So identify the total number to be distributed. So that's where you write out your total number of base 10 blocks. And I'm going to just put that in parentheses. Base 10 blocks. Then you're going to identify how many circles or groups. So we're going to put groups there, but then we're going to put circles in parentheses. And then the third step is to deal out items to each group equally. Step number 4 is to count the number of items per group. That's just finding your quotient. And then 4 is check for reasonableness. For example, if you end up with a circle that has more than what you started with, that's not reasonable. So you want to double check it. You also want to double check that each group has the same amount. So we're going to do our first model and input. So you're just following along, you're watching. So it says Tommy has 3 dogs. He has 18 bacon treats and 6 cheese treats to share equally among the 3 dogs. How many treats will Tommy's dogs each get? So we have to understand what's in the problem and what it's asking us. To solve this problem, we need to figure out how many treats each dog will get from Tommy. So we're not splitting up the dogs, we're splitting up the bacon and the cheese treats. So this is our groups. We're sharing for each dog. This is our total amount. So we have to find our total. Okay, so to find our total we're going to add 18 plus 6. And when we get 18 plus 6, we get 24. So we have 24 treats total. And we're splitting it amongst 3 groups. So we would have 24 divided by 3. So I'm going to when I do that, I can just see that it is 8, but I need to actually deal it out and see. So I have 1 10, 2 10s, so 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to put it into 3 groups. I can't split these 2 up, so I have to unbundle 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I need to unbundle this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now I can deal them out. 1, so I'm just going to confirm how much I have in each group. That's going to be my quotient or my answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I know my math facts, I wouldn't have even had to deal out this using this strategy. I just would know 24 divided by 3 is 8. Okay, so I know that this makes sense based off of what I know in my math facts, and I see that I have 8 in each group or circle. Okay, first step is to read the word problem. So Chloe has already saved $20 to buy herself a new bicycle that costs $145. She will save the same amount of money each month for the next 4 months until she has enough money to buy the bicycle. How much money does Chloe need to save each of the 4 months? So now I need to identify the key information. So she has $20 saved. Okay, the bicycle costs, this is how much she has already. This is the total cost of the bicycle. She will save the same amount. So the same amount, that's going to be the group that she needs to have. Same amount, but for how long? So that shows me that's going to be my number of groups. If she's saving the same amount, because like in our last problem, each of the groups had the same amount. So same amount, that's our key word for groups for the next 4 months. So 4 months is my groups. So divided by 4. Okay. How much money does Chloe need to save each of the 4 months? But we have the total cost, but we also know that she already saved $20. So I need to find out how much remaining she needs to save each month. So to find that, I have to do 145 minus 20, because that will show how much is remaining. So 5 minus 0 is 5, 2 minus 4 is 2, and then I have 125. So this is how much she has remaining to save. So now I know that Chloe has $20. The bike costs $145, but if she already pitches in $20 to it, the bike's going to cost her $125. So each of the next month, we're going to see how much she has to save if she splits that amount up. So now we're going to use the dealing strategy. So I have 125 divided by 4, and I need to identify the total number to be distributed. That's what we did. We found that it was 125. We found out how many groups, 4, and now we need to deal them out. So I'm going to actually draw them out. So I have 100, 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4. I see that I can't split this 100 in equally, so I need to break that or unbundle it and have 10 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I still have 100. It's just in a different form, so it's in tens. So now I see enough to divide and split up. And now I'm going to divide my ones because I am all out of tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I realized as I was doing this, I'm looking here and I'm like, I have an extra one. And I just double checked. I was supposed to have 5 and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So each one is going to be 31. So there's $31 remainder 1. So this is how much she needs to save. But when I'm thinking of money, I think of this remainder is $1. Can I split up $1? I know 4 quarters equals to $1. And I have $1 left. So if I have $1 left with this remainder, I can actually split it into 4 quarters. So it's not $31, but it's $31.25. And that is a little bit challenging to figure out, but it has the 25 cents. So this is just a bonus. This is your real answer. Okay, if you could figure out, I have $1 remaining and I had 4 quarters and you can split it up, that's bonus. This is the real answer. Okay, we are now going to do guided practice, so you're following along with me. So first step is to read the problem. It says a teacher brought 25 pieces of candies to share with the top 3 readers in her class. She ate 4 pieces at recess. How many pieces of candy will her top readers receive? So this is really similar to what I did with you guys earlier this year and how I brought in the candy, but I shared it with a lot more than just 3 people. Okay, so let's focus back at this problem. So the teacher brought 25 pieces of candy, but she ate 4 of them. So I have 25 minus 4 because that teacher ate them. So there's only 21 left. The top readers in her class. So this is the total amount of candies, and we're splitting it between 3 groups. So I'm going to do 21 divided by 3 to find out how much how many pieces of candy each of the top readers will receive. So I need to draw out my 21, and then I need to make it into 3 groups. 1, 2, 3. I can't do this, so I need to split those up into blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I can deal it out. So and now I count how much is in each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I look here. I counted them. Now I need to check for reasonableness. Is it reasonable? Well, I know 21 divided by 3 is 7. So yes, that is reasonable. That's how much we ended up with. So my answer is 7 per person. Okay, our second problem. First step is to read the word problem. It says, Pete's bookstore just received a shipment of 150 books. Half of the books are mysteries. The store has 9 empty shelves in the mystery section. If the mysteries are divided equally onto the 9 shelves, how many will each shelf have to hold? Okay, so we know that they just received 150 books. Half of those are mysteries. So I first have to split up 150 divided by 2 to find out how many mysteries there are. So when I divide 150 by 2, I don't even know that. I have to find that one out first. So 150, so 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm going to split that into 2 circles, but I look and I see here, those are way too small of circles, sorry. I have 2 circles, but I look here and I don't even have enough to split into the 2, so I need to break that down. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So now I can split them up. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 30, 140, 150. Okay, so each group has 70, but now I have this 10 I need to break up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I noticed that I just drew 2 groups right there. So this amount goes in here, this amount goes in there. So I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now I can check them all off. So now I'm counting, and I have 75 for each group. Okay, so that's how many mystery books there are. Okay, so that's what they're dividing, is the mysteries. And they have 9 shelves in the mystery section. We want to divide them equally. So 9 shelves is the number of groups. So we have 75, the total amount of books, divided by those 9 shelves. How many will each shelf have to hold?